This is the slowest moving episode ever. Welcome to Ranger Reviews, a web series we look at episodes of the TV show Power Rangers and then discuss them. Today we're exploring the 26th episode of the show Power Rangers in Space, as well as the 276th episode overall, titled The Secret of the Locket. We begin this episode in a forest where Andros is morphed and fighting Darkonda. Okay, wow, we're getting right into this. Andros yells at Darkonda for kidnapping his sister, who just openly admits to it. He then warps toward Andros, slashing him. Ecliptor is nearby, laughing to himself, claiming that this is perfect. Andros and Darkonda keep fighting, and he gets Andros' Spiral Saber, kicking him back, but Andros recovers awesomely. Then Andros kicks his Spiral Saber away, distracting Darkonda long enough to hit him with his Astro Blaster. And then he hits Darkonda's Saber away with his Spiral Saber. Andros wants to know where his sister is, but Darkonda refuses. Then Ecliptor steps on a twig, distracting them long enough for Darkonda to run away. Andros is searching through the forest, yelling for Darkonda. He then just teleports out after yelling. Then Darkonda is just in a damn tree jumping down. He wants to kill Andros. We get it, you guys. You guys have like two motivations here. Darkonda then sets up a few devices on trees saying that he's impressed with himself. Oh my god, Darkonda is just talking to himself this entire time as he buries a device in the forest. He looks for something to test these devices with, and he gets a piece of wood, throwing it, and it fires lasers at the spot, causing an explosion. Darkonda is pleased with himself, walking away. Ecliptor is nearby listening. On the megaship, Andros is sleeping in his dorm, and we see that he's dreaming real hard, thinking about Corone getting kidnapped. Again, like Andros, we get it. He wakes up in a sweat, getting up, walking over to Corone's childhood photo on his nightstand. Astronema is on the Dark Fortress, looking at her locket, and Ecliptor comes in, saying that a monster named Batarax is ready to go attack Earth. But he immediately asks what's wrong with her. She asks him where he found her again, and he explains that she was left on his doorstep. Of a spaceship? Her parents and brother were destroyed by the Power Rangers, according to Ecliptor. That's a weak backstory. Astronema then says that something tells her that her brother is alive, and Ecliptor tells her to not get distracted because she's the princess of evil. She agrees, saying to attack Earth. Smash cut to Batarax attacking citizens. Dekka lets the Rangers know about it and they rush out, and we see the Morph Rangers already on the scene, helping people run away. The Rangers run forward, fighting Batarax, and now Ecliptor, Astronema, and Quantrons are showing up, turning them into an all-out brawl. Astronema then sees a mom and her kids getting attacked by Quantrons, and the little girl falls down, calling for her brother, Andrew. And her name is Karen. No little girl in the world has ever been named Karen. Get out of here. Andros runs over, saving them from the Quantrons. Then more Quantrons come toward them, and he goes to slash them, but suddenly he's hit in the back by Astronema, who is a bit taken back by what she did. Ecliptor is just as confused. Andros tells the family to run away. Astronema begins to leave, and Ecliptor calls after her. Meanwhile, everyone is still fighting Quantrons while the girls take on the Batarax. Darkonda is also just chilling behind a bush, beckoning Andros over. He thinks about it because everyone's still fighting, but he ends up being an idiot chasing him. Ecliptor rubs his chin. He just keeps doing it and it's weird. Darkonda is running super fast through the country, and Andros follows him on his galaxy glider back to the forest from the very beginning of this episode. He walks around calling for Darkonda. Oh my god. Darkonda then throws his sword at Andros, hitting him down to the ground. He comes after him and it's a good old-fashioned sword fight. Have to admit, the amount of fights in this episode are impressive and well done. I mean, Andros is doing a lot of cool flips where Darkonda is like warping around. Eventually the two are back at a bit of a stalemate, and Darkonda has a proposition for Andros. He says that if Andros beats him, he'll tell him where his sister is, but if you lose, Andros says he doesn't make deals. Good for you, Andros. Stick by your morals. It's actually a great lesson for kids. They're sword fighting again, and Andros kicks Darkonda back, right by the sensor for the lasers. Ecliptor is there, listening by the galaxy glider, while Darkonda explains that Andros' sister doesn't even know that he exists. She was definitely old enough to have memories. Ecliptor then jumps in as Andros charges Darkonda, pushing him away from the sensor that was meant to kill him, making Darkonda step on it, killing Darkonda in the process. Dude has a lot of lives. Ecliptor explains that he saved Andros, but just this once, and that's it. Okay, bye. Andros is mad because he'll never find Corone now. Dude, we all know that Darkonda's gonna show up again. He returns to the fight in the streets, and Astronema hits him down. And now it's suddenly Andros versus Astronema, which is a great and interesting fight because I don't think we've actually seen Astronema do hand-to-hand combat yet, nor like really any big bad. Except maybe Lord Zed that one time. Andros then hits Astronema's locket off of her neck, and she freaks out as the other Rangers stand in front of him as the Quantrons and Batarax are running away. She yells for the saddle lasers, and Batarax is giant now. Andros goes for Astronema, who disappears. Andros takes the time to look for the locket, but he doesn't see anything. It'll have to wait. They call out the Astro Megazord. Now it's a Batarax versus Astro Megazord fight, and yeah, Batarax is apparently a sound monster because he's playing a frequency that's making all sorts of explosions on the Megazord. To the point that it falls to its knees while the Rangers are struggling, but then they just fix it super easily thanks to Cassie. Whatever, they hit him with a laser whip and everything is back online, so they use the Astro Megazord saber, killing him. What a waste of a monster. Andros returns to the fiery battle scene, now unmorphed. He's walking around looking for that locket that he hid off of Astronema, and he finds it looped around some metal. Astronema is there, yelling at him not to touch it. Andros holds it up and he opens it, revealing his and Caron's baby photos. Astronema takes it back, and Andros asks if she could be Caron. He then says he's always had his too, showing her his locket with the same photos. Andros is in awe, saying, "You're Caron, my sister." Astronema is confused, saying it's not true because he killed her parents and her brother. Andros says "Nah, I'm your brother." But Astronema is angry and she says "nice try," saying his tricks won't work on her, teleporting out. Andros stands alone in confusion as he stares off. Darkonda is talking to Dark Spectre, telling him that Andros now knows the truth, and if Astronema figures it out, she may stray. Dark Spectre says no, because his power over her is far too strong for that. Darkonda said that Ecliptor may have ruined this, because he's shown Astronema caring, so she may actually be getting too soft. On the Dark Fortress, Astronema is screaming about how Andros is a liar, and Ecliptor agrees that it is a cruel trick. She walks away mad, and Ecliptor rubs his fucking chin again, stop! On the makeship, Andros is explaining to everyone else exactly what happened before. TJ says he has to convince her that she's telling the truth, and Ashley says that there may not be any good left in her. But Andros says that she's wrong because inside Astronema is Caron. He just has to figure out how to reach her. The end. This episode covers so much that I'm sure a lot of people already figured out from the jump, but yeah, Caron is Astronema, who is Andros' sister. This is honestly such a good plotline that's really sophisticated for Power Rangers. I mean, a long lost sister we were introduced in episode 3 gets paid off in episode 26? That's incredible for Power Rangers. I really like this episode because of all the amazing fights, but I do have to say it got a bit dull at times only because it was okay, we get it, it's a fight, let's keep going with the story. But that may just be me. Next time, Astronema thinks twice. Literally. Until then, may the power protect you.